This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprise. Switch it up, now we improvise. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Who that? Time to grind, time to shine. To a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fit. So we knowing when to switch. The shit we got to go to fit. Trying to see what that pit out. That vibe spit out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in right.
Are y'all ready? I don't think y'all are ready. It's Hard Knocks, baby, tonight. I am super excited for Hard Knocks tonight. I don't know about y'all. Can y'all hear the music? I'm excited about it. I'm about to do my Lee Schreiber voice. And this is the Miami Dolphins on Hard Knocks. Little clip for tonight. But I gotta play the music from the beginning. Let me play it from the beginning real quick. Here we go. The Miami Dolphins. Hard Knocks. Wanted to open up the music with that. I messed up part. We're still gonna do it. Here we go. Good morning, Finn's family and Finlaws. It's Clock Blockers. The #1 Miami fan morning show. Hi, that's Stephen Brady. On FedEx. For kindness, positivity, and love. All right. All right. That's enough of that. What's going on, everybody? Good morning to my family and my Finlaws. All right. I had enough fun with that. Enough fun with that. I am stoked about tonight. I think 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Am I right about that? I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I think it's 10 p.m. tonight, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about it here in a few. You can also follow me at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Follow me on all social media everywhere. You can follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music. You can also follow us on Twitter at MIA Sports Music. On your way in, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. It's free. Doesn't cost anything to hit the like button. And subscribe to the channel. Over 11,100 subscribers. It's gonna be super stoked when we get to 12K, and then when we get to 13K, and then 14K, and then 15K. It's gonna be awesome. It's Hot Take Tuesday. It is Hot Take Tuesday, Daniel. Super excited about it. If you guys want to sign up to become a member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. I'd love to see you sign up today, become a member, and hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. If you're watching us on Twitter or Facebook right now, go over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like button there. It helps us. It helps us move forward and what we're trying to do. So, it's going to be awesome. Also, hey, look, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, a couple different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $sign below the bottom of the chat. As my daughter comes in here, she's starting to you can put it right there in front of that thing, and you know I'm on the radio right now, right? Do you want to at least come say hello at this point since you've interrupted and opened the door? Well, you got to get out of here then. Close the door. I see. You're killing me, Smalls. I'm sorry, guys. Kids are home this week. It's not a. You want to say hello at least? Let's see. Now my son is in here. Come here. If you guys are going to come on, just say hello. Just say hello. Hello. Okay. All right. Go back out. I got to do my show. I see what you did there. All right. That's enough. Get out of my room. You're killing me, Smalls. Is that a threat? All right. Sorry about that, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Miami Sports Music Nickelodeon version. NorCal says no doubt. No doubt. Hey, look, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, there's lots of different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat, or you can use Cash App or PayPal, which is you see the QR code right on your screen. MSM Podcast Network or MSM Podcast Network. Kids will be kids, no doubt about that. I agree with y'all. They just show up when they want to. They don't care about nothing. About nothing. It's all right. Still love them, even though they know I'm live and they're not supposed to interrupt me. You can go to tailgreeter.com, download the app today on your current Crapple or Android devices. And make sure you do that. And if you're going to go to tailgreeter.com and you're going to go to a game in Miami, you got to go to East 32 Dolphins Tailgate. It is the best tailgate around. I promise you it is. It's absolutely amazing. You can't go wrong with it. But just if you're headed somewhere else as well, for example, Washington, D.C., I mean, the FedEx Takeover is going to be absolutely crazy. We have a Saturday night meet and greet. It is a free event. There will be a raffle there, 50-50 raffle, a lot of autograph stuff, special performance by the Honorable Solo D. DJ Sick Turtle will be there on the ones and twos. We'll have a limited Miami Dolphins menu. It's going to be great. The event is at the Admiral on 1 DuPont Circle in Washington, D.C. The event starts at 6. It goes till 9. It's going to be great. I'm super excited about it. Nick Needham's mom is going to be there. My mom's going to be there. Solo's mom is going to be there. All the mamas are going to be there. So I'm super excited about it for the Saturday night Dolphin meet and greet for the FedEx Takeover. It's going to be amazing. If you guys you're thinking about going to Washington, D.C. and don't know yet, our partner hotel is the Hampton Inn by Hilton. It's at Washington, D.C. /White House. They're sold out of the group rate, but there are still rooms available through Hilton and online. So Hampton Inn by Hilton, Washington, D.C. /White House. We are doing a bus round trip from the hotel to the tailgate for the Sunday tailgate, and it leaves at 8:30 a.m. from the hotel. The tailgate's going to start officially at 9, but the food won't be served till 10. You'll be able to get drinks in between there, so don't worry about that. But you can get your tickets now on Tailgreeter, and it's going to be good. So we'll probably get there around 9:10. The tailgate will officially kick off at 9:30, and then food will be served at 10. There's limited space on the bus, so if you want to get it, you get your bus tickets now. Go to tailgreeter.com, download the app, and then when you go there, look for the bus pass or the bus ticket, and you'll see it there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Today we got a great show lined up for you, man. We got the path to the playoffs, AFC seeding predictions. We got the ESPN calculator. It's going to be dope. I'm super excited about it. We got a couple of special guests coming on to hang out with us today. DJ Genesis is going to be in the building here in a few. I think Jason Sarney is going to come on and hang out with me for a little bit as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. I am just super stoked about it. And, just excited to see where everybody's going to be at. Let me say hello to some people in the chat while I'm waiting for everybody to come on. Number one, because hello. And number two, because it's Thanksgiving week. So I want to know what your Thanksgiving plans are. Trucker Sean, 1981, was the first one in here. Said, good morning. Flavor J, Fins Up. Manny B's in the building. Marino's Goat. John 83 is the first member of the channel in the chat this morning. Hello, John. Charles Hilton, what's up, Steve? Fins fam going to the game this Friday. We're going to have a good time, Charles. It's going to be a lot of fun. NorCal is in the building. The Godfather, the Finn Father. Triple S Podcast is in here. What is up? NorCal says smash that like button. Finn, smash Jets, Jets, suck, suck, suck. I'm not mad at that. Chef Zhu is in the building. Chef, we got to get your membership back in there, okay? Manza Chill's in the building. Triple S Podcast. What else? 305 Doll Fan. Who else? Till Dog. What's up? Hot Takes Tuesday with Hard Knocks, baby. Look, I know you guys can feel some way about Hard Knocks, but all of us are going to be watching tonight. And if if you're not watching because you're working, you're going to make sure that you do watch it eventually. It's going to be great. I'm super freaking stoked for Hard Knocks. You mean to tell me I get extra Miami Dolphins content during the week? I'm about that life, no doubt. Raul is in the building. Rick Spar, I'm all about it, he said. Who else is up in here? Hard Knocks drops tonight. Let's effing go. Good morning, Fins Nation and Finlaws. It's Hot Take Tuesday with Hard Knocks. On Hot Take Tuesday, it's Clock Blockers. Boy, y'all are ready, man. Y'all are so ready for the show today. Mine and Hard Knocks. You start with Hard Knocks, or you start with Clock Blockers, you end with Hard Knocks. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, your day can't get much better. It can't. It can't get much better. I reached out to Leif Schreiber on Instagram to see if he'd come on the show. I don't know. What appliances are being delivered on air today? All right, NorCal. So I do have there was something wrong with the refrigerator, and they're coming to fix it. It was a used refrigerator for the thing. So the guy I bought it from said he'd fix anything that was broken on it if I found something broken. So he's just coming back to fix it. So I do have that guy coming. But my wife is here this morning and not working, so we should be good. Let's see what else. Every time you do that, Hornet reminded me of Forever by Drake. It may not mean nothing to y'all, but understand nothing was done for me. I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to do that. Packing stadiums and shady spits his flow. I'm not going to rap either. Shake Money. What else? Who else is up in here? 305 Doll Fan. Kane's 1989 kids will be kids. You're right. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Cap for life. Who else is up in here this morning? G is in the building. Dolphins win 9-6, an exciting 5 field goal jamboree. Just win. Dolphins win. Gee, we're going to win more than that. Aldo's in the building. Good morning, Dolphins. Hit the like and subscribe, Aldo. Make sure you guys go check out Hangry Owls and Pembroke Pines. It's good stuff. And who else is up in here? Corey Walker. Zach Turk is in the building. Chad is in the building. Hoffel. Hard Knocks will be the excuse as to why we didn't win a Super Bowl. Oh, man, stop hating. Stop hating. Wayne D is in the building. Cesar Diaz. Please don't sing, Andre said. I got skills. Is Sarney going to be working with feelings today? You leave Sarney alone, Lewis. You leave my man alone. Is Solo gonna release his newest track, Stephen D? It's fire. Stephen D, it's fire. Oh, well, all Solo D's tracks are fire. You know who else is fire? My co-host. He's pretty awesome. If you guys aren't following him on Instagram, you should. Because this Instagram story was good last night. He was at the game. And by the game, I mean the Florida Panthers. They're being the official DJ. And, I mean, it sounded like it was a good time last night. Without further ado, ladies and... well, he just dropped off. And he's coming back in, I think. I don't know. I was literally about to bring him in. And then it just went away. The power of live radio. Shots fired, Lewis. Shots fired. I know, right? Let's see here. Morning. Oh, Von Joe. You'll never believe who I ran into during my morning jog this morning. Well, Von Joe, I got to know now. Who did you run into? I got to know. Who did you run into during your morning jog this morning? Von, I won't believe it. I won't believe it till I see it, Von Joe. All right. Now let me bring him in. Hopefully we don't have any more issues. You can't get it through the headphones. All right, so go to settings. What about now? What about now? What about now? All right, there we go. Give me a thumbs up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host for the day, who's not supposed to have any problems doing audio stuff, being the DJ that he is. Let me bring on DJ Genesis.
What's going on, family? What's going on, man?
Problems like that, man.
You're not supposed to. What I realized, you're supposed to know how to troubleshoot it because technology. It happens.
Don't I know? All right, real quick, give me an example of a time that you had all your equipment working and then all of a sudden it didn't work in the middle of like a performance. Like I got it.
You want to hear what? I got you. Here's a horror story. Now, it's worse than a party. This is a wedding. Are you ready? Oh man, this is gonna be a good story. You guys are gonna love this one. All right, so I had a wedding in Delray. I live in
Delray Beach.
Miami,
okay,
Delray Beach. So I had to drive up to Delray. It's about an hour away from where I live, right? And this is gonna tell a story to a lot of people. So the girlfriend that I was dating at the time, we had a disagreement. Like we had a proper disagreement. She wasn't home, via text message, and just.
Oh, you were arguing through text messaging.
That's the worst. She's at work.
That's the worst. Everything gets misconstrued.
Everything, I think at one point she was able to come on the phone, but it was short. We were still disagreeing. Whatever. Everyone is seeing.
And then you start typing in all caps, and you think they're yelling at you.
It's like I'm just passionate. It's one of those things. So, anyways, so we're having a disagreement, a very spirited disagreement. To the point where, so this is while I'm getting ready to go to the gig, right? And boom, whatever. I got a gig. I got to get out of here, man. I don't got time for this. Whatever. I walk out the door, equipment, everything in the car. I am driving up the turnpike. About 20 minutes, I realize I do not have my laptop, my book bag.
And if you know anything about traffic in South Florida,
there's no turning back.
To another.
Yeah, there's no turning back. There's no turning back at this point, SD. So I'm like, yo, who can I call? So I call my boy Brandon, and I'm like, Brandon, I need a favor. I need probably the biggest favor. If you my friend, this is how you prove it. If you my real friend,
you're going to show it right now.
Good thing that we had, is the technological age is good at you can go the house, the house with the buttons or whatever. You can just press the code or whatnot. So we had one of those. He was able to get the bag. And so he's about 30 minutes, 40 minutes behind me now. So he is able to bring it up to me. So thank God I got that out the way. But now I need to figure out how am I going to do this wedding without my laptop, especially if he's not there, right?
So you got to start thinking like worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. So I'm thinking outside the box. One of my speakers actually had a USB compartment in the back, and the USB was already in there. Boom. Took the USB, ran into their office, and downloaded the music. I didn't care who was in the office. I don't care if it was a manager. Didn't care, Steven. I need this music. So boom, I'm able to download the music for the wedding service, set the speaker up, play the music from the USB. Boom. All right, I get through that. Now it's cocktail hour, and I'm like, all right, are you on your way? Are you on your way? He's stuck in traffic. Probably won't be able to make it until after cocktail hour when the reception starts. I call another friend of mine who lives close by, and I'm like, yo, I need your laptop really quickly. Right now. Like he used to dabble in the DJ. He wasn't a professional DJ, but he had the program, and all I need is somebody with the program. I can then do everything else, right? All right. This is for I know how you always give the thumbs down on the crapples or whatnot, but this dude had a PC, which is 10 times worse in the industry, So, but I had to deal with what I had to deal with. Whatever, he gets there, everybody's walking in. I'm able to put some music on, some cocktail hour music on that I find, and I'm like, all right, everything is good, perfect. I can get through this until my friend comes. How about it's time to introduce the bridal party? And I go back and I meet them, and I want to turn them up. I want to get them
now. At this point, do they have any clue that there's an issue?
No clue. There's no clue. No clue.
Good.
We're running professional right now. You know that behind the scenes thing when all right, we good.
All right.
Set up the music that they want to walk into. The bridal party has different music for the parents, and the bridal party, and then the wedding, and then the bride and groom. I go and I turn them up. Hey guys, this is what we're doing. We're up right now, yo. I can't wait for you guys to get in. I'm gonna give you a lot of energy. All right, I hype them up. I go back to I go back to the computer and my section. The computer is rebooting. It's gonna take me 15 minutes.
This isn't your computer. This
Not
is
my computer. This is the PC that I borrowed.
Oh.
So now the PC is gonna take 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and this isn't one of those like, yo, I could do it later, just restart. It's like, no, it has to do it now. So this is what happens when you're a young DJ. It's probably about 5 years in the game, but I said, you know what, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna plug in my phone into the whole situation, and I'm gonna play the music from my phone. Worst decision I could have made.
Everybody started blowing you up.
No, not. I turned that off and made sure. What happened was that the tracks, I was finding them on like YouTube. I probably say it's probably these people were like, I'm never booking him. I had to find some of the tracks.
Years ago, DJ Genesis.
This is years ago.
DJ Genesis now. DJ Genesis is being flown out now for weddings and stuff.
Exactly.
Times have changed.
So I'm doing that, Steven. The song isn't coming in right. Sometimes I gotta wait for the commercial to end before the other song started.
So here's the real question.
Over it. Oh my God.
How long did it take for the guy to come with the laptop?
He came right after the first dance. Right. After.
What was the bride and groom pissed off at this point?
Pissed. Let me tell you. So the father was coming down, and I'm trying to figure out the song. I called the wrong name. Like it was a debacle. It was, in terms of the vibe, people didn't really know until they heard me say, and Fred, the father grew, it's Ted. I was like, oh shit.
Note to self, DJ Genesis will never be doing my wedding.
Oh my goodness. Imagine the guys coming down the aisle, and I'm like, the father of the bride, Fred.
You think I'm already married, Genesis?
Fred Johnson. It's Ted Johnson. Oh shoot. Sorry, Mr. Johnson. Yo, the bride and the groom, we had a little powwow right after, and they were like, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, we're a little disappointed. I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've messed that whole thing up.
Look,
that's the one and only story that I have. I do not have any more debacles. You've
done a million weddings, but
that one was the one. You know what's funny, Steven? There's a reason that happened, because I was working for a company, actually. I was working for like a DJ company that was booking DJs over, but they weren't doing it right. But I was like, let me give it a shot. I don't want to go out and always have to get my own gigs. But something told me that after working with them that day, that was it.
You think?
That was it. That was
yeah. Services will no longer be needed.
Yeah. So it was like to the point where they were like, yo, we need DJs only from Fort Lauderdale. We don't want to deal with anybody from Miami or too far or any of these things. So that's my one bad.
Have you ever ran into that married DJ couple since then?
I'm sorry. No, I have not. Okay. I've not ran into them.
We need the update. Are they still married? Do they blame you for the worst wedding ever? Are they?
I'm sure they probably told that story. Oh my gosh, you should have seen our
DJ at our wedding was just absolutely horrible.
Yeah. I did make up for the reception and the dancing and all of that. Everybody had a blast. We had a good time. But
you want to know how cool our wedding was, real quick, before we get going into everything?
Go ahead.
Our wedding was we had an open bar. We did ours at a this is way before COVID. This is like 12, 13 years ago now.
Look at you. You better get the number right.
I know. So we did it at a they used to have rainforest in the lobby. I can't think of the name of it. Embassy Suites. It was an Embassy Suites, really nice one up north of Baltimore. My wife and I. And the way that Embassy Suites are set up is they used to have this huge rainforest, and it was like rainforest like in the lobby. And we had the cocktail hour there, and all the rooms are in they look down into the rainforest from the balcony, which is cool. It's dope as hell. And so I think they had like 100 rooms there, and we probably had 30 or 40 of them booked. We took over the hotel, and so for our wedding we had an open bar, and we had and there were people that were crashing our wedding to dance. That's how lit up we had, like 10 to 20 wedding crashers at our reception, And my wife and the people at Embassy Suites were like, "Are you okay? Do we need to kick them out?" We're like, "Hell no! Let them party. Let them have a good time. Come on in." So there are people in like our wedding photos of the reception that are wearing like jeans and shoes and just not dressed at all. And yeah.
Oh no, I mean that's dope, man. I mean your spirit is kind of like you got a spirit animal. You're like, yo, come on in, man. We having a good time. We celebrating, man. It's a celebration. You guys want to be part of it?
My wife has crashed a couple of weddings. My wife crashed a wedding, I think in Vermont, I think it was. And if you know anything about Vermont, there's let's just say it's very white at certain times of the year. White DJ Genesis. So she was the only meatball in the bowl of rice. Okay. And she crashed this wedding. And tell me why she is in their wedding photos and like the life of the party and like wedding crashers with my wife. And like they're like, you need to come to the post party. And they put her on the bus to the post party, and she became friends with the groom's father and mother. And it was crazy. They invited her to brunch the next day, all that. They had no idea.
Man.
Yep, no idea. Well, it ended up being like the person who owned the town. It was their wedding, and they were like, "No, we love people to come," and they were the only. My wife and her friend were the only meatballs in the rice. Let's just say that. Okay, so and she was the life of the party.
Hey, no, we bring the vibe, man. We gotta bring. It don't matter.
They're like, let's go.
Did you see the meme when the black dude has a plate? He's at the Spanish party. It's like it don't matter if there's food.
There's food and drink and music,
we all right. We gonna be all right.
Speaking of music and food and drink, what do you got going on for Thanksgiving this week, man? What are you doing?
Oh man, well, for some reason the Florida Panthers. Shout out to everybody that rock with the Panthers, the Florida Panthers. And also, I know I spelled official wrong here. Don't worry, it's early in the morning. But yeah, I am the official DJ. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it in the Southwest. You got to put a little swag on. But yeah, we had a game last night. Probably one of the best games I've seen live since I've been a part of the team. I'm not gonna lie to you, even through the Stanley Cup and the playoffs last year. Last night's game, for some reason, was really, really spectacular. Was able to witness.
NorCal real quick said you should find that couple and give them a 10th anniversary.
I should. I should be like, hey, remember me?
I'm big time now. I got you. Let's go.
Big time. You know what I'm saying? I could put you in the suites up there at Amherst Bank. You know what I mean? Make up for it.
Make up for 10 years ago. Hopefully you're still married. And if you're not, well,
So here it is, Steven. So I got games all weekend. I had a game yesterday, got a game Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and we got a game.
You got a game. The Panthers played the day before Thanksgiving?
Day before. We had Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yeah, that's how we do it.
They play at home Wednesday and Friday. So so what do you do? Wow. Okay,
So in terms of when it comes to the food and stuff like that, I'm gonna leave that up to my sisters, my mom, my wife, leave them, and my aunts. But what we have to do as the fellas, since we're going to be running around, me and my cousins and whatnot, with the game and stuff, we got to take care of the liquor. So, which is very important. It's sometimes a little bit more important than the food. I don't know, depending on what family you're part of. So we are in charge of the liquor, and I also have to make one of my dad's special fruit punches, for Thanksgiving, in memory of him. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. We get the fresh fruits, it's a little bit of orange juice, some Kool-Aid.
My wife is going to get fresh fruits now, actually, for drinks and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do. Growing up, I remember my dad used to pass that down. He passed like the drink special down.
And it's made with fresh fruit.
Fresh, it gotta be fresh fruit. You can't do this fake nonsense and this syrup. You gotta have the fresh fruit. Scissor.
What is the must-have at the table for Thanksgiving? Like, what is your go-to food for Thanksgiving?
My aunt's garlic turkey. My aunt makes a garlic turkey, brother. It's like sauteed in this. She has it sitting for marinated for 18 hours or whatever they do. And then when it comes out the oven, it's just the golden look, and you got you can see the garlic on there, but you can't really taste it, but you cannot stop. It has a little. So
my brother-in-law is coming, and obviously he's from Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say there will be a lot of fried foods.
Okay. All right. You get that southern.
So I think the most I've ever had is probably like 13 or 14 people maybe not even that. It was probably like 10 or 11 growing up in my house and up in New York. So we never had a big Thanksgiving. It was like once or twice. We are having 25 people over for Thanksgiving on Thursday.
That means, wait, is this a potluck? Is this a potluck or like your wife is cooking for
my
everybody?
brother-in-law is cooking everything. My brother-in-law is cooking everything, right? Because that's what he does. He's a chef. Like
Is that it? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's one of the million jobs that he had. My brother-in-law is a hustler. Like he does it all. I love my brother-in-law.
That's what we do.
But yeah, so he's coming on Wednesday night, and we're gonna have like hors d'oeuvres. I put that in quotation.
Well, hold on. You having a pre-Thanksgiving?
Yo, he's like, look, I'm coming on Wednesday night. I'm cooking all this food for you on Wednesday. That's just for us to hang out and drink and have a good time. And then I got a whole bunch of food for Thursday. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing to me? What is this? So yeah, we're supposed to have like 25 people over, which is one of the reasons I moved down here. I've always wanted to have like a
so you're hosting, he's cooking. So what are you got some games going on for the people? Or are you just gonna say, hey, come on in, drink, have a good time,
all right, so football? Real quick. All right, so there's my wife, my 2 kids, his wife, my brother-in-law, his wife, his 3 kids, my nephew who's grown, who's got a girlfriend and a kid of his own that was just born. My sister-in-law, one of her best friends is coming. My 2 cousins-in-laws from Chicago, they're coming. Then my wife has like 4 or 5 high school friends that she hasn't seen in 20 years that are coming.
Wow.
And yeah, so it's going to be what as the kids say it, Genesis, it's going to be a vibe. Okay.
It's gonna be
a vibe. And I'm super and I'm here for it. And I've always wanted to have big Thanksgivings. I've always wanted to have a big house and big Thanksgiving. And now I have a big house, and now we're about to have a big Thanksgiving. And I'm like, I'm a little overwhelmed, but at the same time, I'm like, this is what I've always wanted. Like Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year.
You a spirit animal, so man, it's good.
I love family, man. I love family. I'm about family.
And that's where you and I connect, man. When it comes to family, nothing is above it. Family over everything. FOE. You know, yeah, that's how we always able to get it together. So this week, we can't talk about food, but before we get started, SD, let's do it right. Let's do it right, man. Before we start, we want to end the show this way in terms of what we're thankful for. You want to end it that way, or we want to do
we'll end the show with
we'll end that way. Yeah, okay, that's good.
But what I'll say before is, as far as Thanksgiving is concerned, this is how the day goes. You wake up, you watch the parade. Okay, gotta watch it. Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade is a must. Okay. I don't care how corny it is, how crazy it is. It still brings me back to when I was a kid. And I need the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade on. And then as soon as the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade is over, I watch about 5 minutes of the Westminster Dog Show because I just think it's fun. 5 minutes of it. And then I turn on the football game, and then it is football from noon till midnight. It is football on the TV, and there's plenty. We're going to eat. Now, my wife said that we're going to be eating early. I'm used to eating at like 2 or 3. My brother-in-law was talking about we're going to eat at like 11. And I'm like,
it's like a brunch Thanksgiving?
I was like, what? So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't think he's going to be finished cooking with all the food by then.
I think he's going to serve you up a breakfast, and then y'all going to have dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, look, I'm going to be in my house with my recliner, and I'm going to be getting served Southern hospital Genesis. I ain't never been more spoiled in my life.
Hey, I love those. So you got candied yams. You got the.
I'll tell you exactly what we look. Hold up, my kids made. We made.
There's a whole menu.
We made menus, cuz. You ready? Hold up. We got chicken tetrazzini, ham, baked chicken, turkey wings, dressing, mustard greens, red beans, candied yams, green beans, sweet peas, macaroni and cheese, 4 cheeses, by the way, potato salad, cornbread, cheese and bacon potatoes, peach cobbler, blueberry cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake, sweet potato pie, pound cake, and then we have from the bar white wine, red wine, beer, tequila, rum, vodka, bartender's special, And then we got like soda, drinks, and all that fun stuff for the kids and Capri Suns. And I might have to get some more Capri Suns because I'm a kid too and I love Capri Suns. But yes, like
as a DJ, you know what song I want to cue? That Shirley Caesar. I got greens, peas, jams,
potatoes,
bananas,
jams, ham,
greens, peas, jams, bananas. You name it.
We gonna be a walking meme all day here in Mississippi. Okay, a walking meme all day.
That's all I heard, man. Bananas, biggest hog. You name it. You name it. They got it, boy. I'm telling you, Steven. That's the first thing. As soon as you started naming it, I just had a song in my head. I'm just
how Southern hospitality is this? We got a menu for Thanksgiving.
Oh man, you name it. That's the name. That should be the name of the menu.
And you look what it's called. It's called Family for Life Thanksgiving.
Oh man, you name it. Anybody celebrate a birthday? You know, around that time, anybody in the family, anybody pulling up celebrate a birthday?
No birthdays.
Y'all show love to me. You know, my birthday's coming up, so you know we
are going to be showing love on that Tuesday where you're going to get drunk on here.
They said we are supposed to get right here. This is the first time I'm doing it. They said you guys are supposed to give to the show. You're supposed to, donate, and I'm supposed to take shots or something like that. So thank God the Florida Panthers are off that week. We don't got a game until December 2nd.
So you aren't doing anything on that Tuesday, and I would probably recommend you don't have much to do on that Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm
gonna clear your schedule out for 2 days.
I have to.
And then you need to get in touch with people and say, hey, look, can you hop on for 10 or 15 minutes?
I'm gonna definitely have some of my hitters jump on just to show some love, just to see what we got. You know what I'm saying? So you send me the link, I'm gonna send it to them, and then we have some fun on Tuesday, man. Cancel. I'm turning 40, guys. I don't know anybody out there.
You're turning 40?
You're 40. Old. I don't know if anybody. We have any other listeners or watchers out there that over 40? Is this something I should look out for? Is this something that should just start happening?
I wouldn't know. I'm 35. I'm not as old as you are.
I'm not asking you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking the people with the long hairlines and the full beard.
Trucker Sean says my daughter's birthday is on Friday. Shout out to Trucker Sean's daughter. She's
all
awesome.
All sad. This is Sag season, and I'm very serious about all. I haven't met another Sagittarius that I haven't got along with. That is so true. I don't know if other Sagittarius have had this particular experience, but every time I meet a Sag,
weird people.
We probably are, we think outside. We think outside of two boxes, not just the boxes. It's like two boxes out. Our range is kind of wide. But all Sages seem to get each other, and I appreciate that about our sign. What we are gonna do, you said the rest of the week for Thanksgiving, we're gonna have fun, families flying in. I'm having a birthday party. Wish you could be here, Steven, but you're gonna be.
I know. I heard that birthday party's gonna be fire, bro.
With the you name it menu. You name it menu. You ain't gonna be done and finish with that until about next week. So Saturday we're in Miami.
Hey, I'm thinking about coming down for the Monday night game.
Come through, man.
Titans.
I'm actually supposed to be guest DJing right there
on that Monday night.
On that Monday night, I told the crew out there at D12 at East 12. I mean that I'm gonna come through. Juggle for a little bit on that Monday night. I can never make it on the Sunday because they start DJing like at 8:39.
We're East 32 over here now. East
I know you
is our sister tailgate.
Same row.
It's all family. It's row 209.
You know what I'm saying? So
do you got tickets already?
I'm a season ticket holder, Brady boy. So So
what'd you think of the game on Sunday?
I didn't go. Here it is. So every season I give my aunt a game of her choice. I have an aunt that lives in West
Where's
Palm
your ticket at, first of all?
I'm in section 313, like row 6 or something like that.
You need to be section 313, row 13, seat 13.
What's right behind me? Oh, 13. 13
I was waiting for you to catch on to that, Genesis.
13. All right, you got a little Dan Marino love in there, you know what I'm saying? But these tickets, I actually got my season tickets when we were 1-15 the season after, and because they were much cheaper,
There you go.
You got to look at this as an investment, man. Those Cowboy tickets later in the season are probably gonna make up for all of the whole season. When I sell those, because I want my things. I want to chill at the crib. I don't want to deal with all that hoopla. I did go to the last year's game against Green Bay, and it was freezing.
And then we lost.
We lost too. So I'm thinking I'm reconsidering my December home games, and I'm like, I think I might sell those.
I don't know if I am going. I'm hoping to go because my wife's going to be My
Wait,
wife's
hold
gonna
on.
be in Cuba, so I gotta have.
Are you going to be? If you're not in Miami, then I mean, if you're here, you can have my other ticket and we ride together if you want.
Well, I might have a ticket in
Okay,
Club
but
Live. Club Live.
ooh, see, you had to go stun on me like that. You know, you had to go stun on the boy. He gonna be in Club LIV.
I don't know how you don't have a ticket to Club Live. You're DJ Genesis.
You know what's funny about it? I know a couple people, but sometimes you don't want to always infringe. You know,
You might have to infringe for that game, so we're all sitting together.
I'll make some phone calls, make sure that I'm good.
For the Tennessee game. We might have to do that because that might be a vibe.
Okay.
I'm trying to get like all my people out there for that game in Club Live, and we're gonna have to do a big because
You know, so Solo got some plugs to the suites too.
Solo's got some plugs to live.
Plugs, so
you're
I
right.
gotta make sure.
Did you hear Solo's song? Did you hear Solo's song last week?
I believe I took a glimpse of it, but I can't say that it's locked in. You want to run that for the fans?
Dude, first of all, I'm a little disappointed because
that's fine. I understand.
It's okay.
I get it. It's my job. I get it. I take the L. But Solo has so many amazing songs. He's dropping them almost seems like every week for a different Miami sports team. So, you know, it is on our job to make sure.
I'm going to get flagged for this, but I don't care.
Run it.
I don't care because people are going to donate. That's what's going to happen.
Donate, bro. That's what's going to happen, bro. Oh, the mafioso vibes.
He kills it, bro.
As he does, everyone.
Guys, donate to the channel.
Back to the route, to the end zone up. Back to the route where we get wins up. Back to the route where they throw fins up. Back to the route where the defense eat. Back to the route where we bring in the heat. Back to the route where the fans don't sleep. Fresh off the bye. Team still elite, man, don't question the guys. Still no excellent vibe. And the whole team on the healthier side. I'm telling you, I still think this season we destined to fly. Right to Las Vegas. Hit the field, do the electrical slide. I think the Pats, the Bills, and just cause they frauds. They thought it was us. But we about to prove we nothing like y'all. Raiders been ballin'. They hoping their story gon' turn to a Cinderella. But you can tell AP and Jacobs and Adams that they gon' get smoked like a cigarella. And tell Max Crosby, he gon' get locked down Bill Cosby. See them fans gon' hit the field rowdy. And the fans in the stands still shouting. Got to it with the Braves, he styling. Started from the bottom, made it out it. And that O-line won't get overcrowded. All our running backs healthy, let's pound it. Defense official got Ramsey and X. It's time to prove that Miami's a threat. Two of the Tyreek, the man they connect. But when he hit wild, that dance is the best. It take a team effort, all hands is on deck. Bet against us and get gambling debt. It's time to prove that Miami's the best. Back to the route, to the end zone up. Back to the route where we get wins up. Back to the route where they throw fins up. Back to the route where the defense eat. Back to the route where we bring in the heat. Back to the route where the fans don't sleep.
Yeah.
Back to the route, to the end zone up. Back to the route where we get wins up. Back to the route where they throw fins up.
Yeah.
Back to the route where the defense eat. Back to the route where we bring in the heat. Back to the route where the fans don't sleep.
I don't know if there's if you've heard, and he goes viral. His name is Simba.
Yeah,
and he does a recap of the week.
Dude,
his
stuff is fire, bro.
Imagine Solo D.
Solo's done a song. They've done a song together.
Have they? I was just about to say
here. Hold up.
Be crazy.
Let me find it real quick. It's
They've done a song together. Wow.
Is it Simba?
Simba. Yo, SYMBA. Yo, Simba's recaps be so crazy. The way he fits them into like a short period, I think it's like a 45-second rap, and he's able to like, you know, kind of tell a story about the whole weekend of NFL football. I think that's
what's his name? Man.
Simba. I think it's just Simba. SYMBA, I believe.
I don't know if he's on. Is he on YouTube? I guess it's not on YouTube. It might only be on TikTok.
Yeah, SYMBA.
SYMBA.
Yeah. So you put Simba NFL recap. I don't know if he did a week 10. I think this last week was like week 10.
Oh wait, Simba. Okay, no. So Solo's done the one. Not Simba. It's been Oh my goodness, I can't think of the dude's name that Solo did. It's a white kid who raps, who's really really good. Who does weekly recaps.
Okay.
Here, hold up. Let me try to find his name while I'm looking for it.
But in the meantime, I want to see what
Here, hold up. There we go. I am Thorb.
Oh.
All right, hold on. I am Thorb. Recap. He doesn't do, he doesn't have anything on here. Where's I am Thorb recaps? These are fire. This dude is straight. Here we go. Like here's this one.
Yeah, we had a mediocre win, but you could take it tonight. Jalen Ramsey going in, but y'all told me.
Yo, the fact that he took the West Coast beat to recap.
Dude, it's really good, wild, bro.
Yo.
It's really good.
He didn't even start, and the fact that he's on the West Coast vibes with the Oakland game is already got me as a fan.
All right, you listening?
Rock out.
He's washed, and let's admit, yeah, I promise I'll be quick, but I'm swearing it's the one dude with graphics only showing his pics. But let's get after it. Lost another QB is blasphemous. Even Big Mark, like what the fuck is really happening? Please no bleaker. See, and I don't even care. The AFC got weaker. We need y'all like I need my speaker. What I say? Cause paint drying better than this QB play. I found a new D-Day. The Jets stormed in his beach. Division L got him dipping. Some would say the ass whipping even had him tripping. And Quan, man, that boy really Jordan and he Pippen. Did LA drop the ball? Wait, nah, I guess that was Quentin. Let me count that. That's 4 tutties for the bounce back. 2 on the ground, a couple more when he threw it. Yeah, the Lions won the game, but maybe the Bears blew it. And the Niners need an encore. The Bucks need a Buick. Out of there, Santa coming and Panthers is getting all cold. I tell you what, I cannot wait for the Fraud Bowl. Arizona needs some order. They came out hot and then they chilled for 3 quarters. And really, I commend the Rams for the dub, but now the cup is half empty. And this here was imminent. How you gonna win when the other QB is unlimited? Storm on the beat. Recaps is on fleek. Saquon, yeah, New York got a clear underdogs of the week. Shit.
Oh gosh.
Yo, he was spot on with his prediction too. He said 24. He said 24-21 Eagles over Chiefs. He just did that at the end. It was, what was it, 21 to 20?
21-17. It's 21-17.
Dude, he was almost on the money with that. But he did one with Solo. Where's it at?
Now, hold on. Did you see that? He said he's waiting for the Fraud Bowl between the Cowboys and the Dolphins.
Bro, I know, man.
That was cool. You know what's funny? And thank God Mike McDaniels is who he is when he says the narrative is a narrative until we change the narrative. And I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Until you can beat good teams and beat them consistently, I'm gonna be like this. Yeah, we're a good show. We're fun to watch. We got some good talent, but it's like that. I gotta be like, until we beat the good teams, and we got some opportunities coming on later in the year. I mean, the next couple of weeks should be should beat the Jets, should beat the Titans, you know.
Here
and
it goes. You ready?
Then we got some. Yeah, let's run it.
Okay, it's game time. It's time to steal a show. I tell them all aboard. Spit amazing. My reviews raving. Thank Baltimore. So cool, I be breezing just like Cleveland in the wintertime. I can Cincinnati coming to me at the finish line.
Me and Solo got them newer flows. All my diamonds, hard rocks, need 2 of those. Miami check. I'm so fly that they hand me jets. I body beats before I'm passing them back. The flow is money. Every bill's another pat on the back.
I get to striking like a Viking. Be fighting whenever cash low. Get the green from the bay. Then we let the past go. Don't try to scar my pride like a lion. I defend it. I bear arms like I'm using my amendments.
Look, I'm a giant factor. Y'all needed armies with commanders just to move me backward. I'm upper-handed, been it started, I'm branded. I've been to Dallas, touching down, and every time they say the eagle is landed, I'm taking over the planet. They the season really back. No, we need it, that's a fact. I know you heard me rep your team and throw the jersey on your back.
Okay, it's game time. It's time to steal a
I'm telling you, bro.
Did you hear that line? He said, "I get the green from the bait, then I throw out the packs." I was like, "Yo,
I promise you
that line was nuts."
Like, there's some people with some real musical talent.
Real talent, man. I mean, and I think what they're doing is making sure that they're in a certain zone, you know, so that they get the recognition they need, because it's very easy to get caught up in the the mudslide where you're trying to do all different things, but they stick to sports. And Solo always comes out with a dope recap and a vibe.
I'm excited to see what he's got in store for this week. It should be good for Black Friday, I've heard.
Solo, I'm still trying to get that song with the Panthers. Trust me, I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it.
It's going to be awesome. All right, hey, look, we got a special guest coming on up. We're not doing a show this Friday, so my normal Friday co-host is going to be coming on, hanging out with us for about 20 or 30 minutes and just hanging out with us. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring on my brother from another mother, Mr. Jason Sarney.
What up, Jason? How y'all doing?
What up, Jay? What's going on? Good to see you again, man.
Good seeing you. Happy Thanksgiving, pre-Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Happy and a healthy holiday season to all.
Hey, real quick, what is your go-to food for Thanksgiving? Really quick.
Oh my God, my sweet potato pie, sweet potato casserole covered with marshmallows, roasted. You literally flame them marshmallows to get the crunch, and then the rest is underneath the marshmallow. Put a little pecan, a little cinnamon on top. Ooh.
Any ice cream with the pecan pie?
Always, a vanilla ice cream. There's a lot of pies too. We bring a lot of pies at our house. There's like a cherry and apple. I think 2 variations of apple, maybe 1 or 2 more special ones, key lime too. So there's always a side of vanilla ice cream with the pies.
Isn't it weird that sweet potato pie is always like the hit, but for some reason I always find myself with the the regular apple pie with the cinnamon on top with the ice cream. I always find myself there, Steven. As much as my mind says I'm gonna go get that sweet potato, I end up with the apple. Every time. Jason, every time.
I just gained 10 pounds listening to that.
Hey, listen. You eat as much as you want. Anyone in the world, it's the time to do it. So
That's right.
You're working off on Friday.
You make sure you wear some pants with no belt, little stretchy pants, as I call them, and let's go. Okay, you got to leave room for everything. All right, for it to expand. Okay. All right. So, anyways, hey, look, Dolphins Weekly coming up. What do you got on the docket for the newsletter this week with Dolphins Weekly, man? What are we going over for Black Friday?
Really going to feature the fans going into. I'm going to probably release it either tomorrow night or Thursday morning, being that it's going to go into the Black Friday game. So really going to feature the lead into what Dolphins NYC does, kind of get people through the history, maybe throw some footage of some older, occurrences the last few years. I've been to the last 2. Let me tell you all out there. If you're going
time in 4 years, I haven't gone. Like, I'm a little upset about it, but
I am gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you there. I love seeing you at any game, home or away. It also will lead me into another thing that I'm gonna be previewing: your Washington Commanders FedEx Takeover, which I will be going down to as well. So definitely will be featuring that. And just to speak to a minute about the MetLife Takeover. I can't say enough how much work that the folks behind this put into this event.
Igor and Michelle, shout out to them.
And they're terrific people. They also have a great cause for Slattery's Bar in New York City. So if you're on the fence of going, if you haven't gone yet, go. There is an absolute endorsement here to go. It's one of the best weekends of the year. Friday, but you know what I'm saying.
Trust me, I know it's gonna be good. All right, so look, you write for The Wire for the AP. Let me ask you: you've been covering sports for a long time. NFL football on Black Friday. What's going to be different about it? Why is it such a big deal?
I think it's a big deal because for better or for worse, this is a stay at home and do your shopping world. And to incorporate that into football, and in my mind, I think there's an absolute extreme amount of opportunity for an organization like Amazon and Prime to make purchasing things whilst watching football extremely easy, to the point where we might literally, in my guess, start seeing an early beginning of what e-commerce and us as content absorbers are going to, oh my God, those are great cleats. You know what? My son's about to get new cleats. Boom. Buy the cleat by pointing your remote to the player's cleat. Something like that. I mean, if it's not, boom, copyright.
So you
Something
think
like
you think Amazon is going to like roll out some ridiculous shopping stuff?
If they're not, it's a missed opportunity, because if I'm watching, I'm going to be there. But if I'm watching the game, or if I'm someone that's at home watching the game and something is an advertisement on that screen, whether it's a sponsored play deck, meaning like, they bring a box of stats and it's sponsored by, Walmart, whatever. I want to be able to buy something if I need it, connect it to some way of saying, you know what, I need detergent. Let me get detergent ordered right away. Something like that. I think it's going to become so simple. It's gifts too. It's gifts. You want to buy a gift? PlayStation is going to be advertised. Xbox is going to be advertised. All the things that you could buy right then and there, directly go to your phone with a QR code, blast it on the TV, boom, done.
Look, it's so funny you say that. For the last 3 years, we've been doing the show on YouTube, and you and I have had a lot of conversations, Jason, about just where the idea of content is and moving forward, and how the evolvement of how we take in the game. DirecTV for years had the NFL Sunday Ticket. Now it's on YouTube TV, and it's kind of changed the game and on how just things are kind of looked at as far as the take-in of content and how it works. We know that YouTube TV is probably going to evolve on how they handle Sunday Ticket in years to come, and obviously the Thursday night package with Amazon is going to be very interesting too, as that moves forward into everything. I think having a game on Black Friday for me is going to be very interesting, because, normally on Black Friday, there's some college games and that's about it. And now there's going to be an NFL football game. And this particular one for this week happens to have the most exciting team potentially in all of football, in the Miami Dolphins. Seeing what they have on offense with Tua Tagovailoa, Tyreek Hill, and just, that explosiveness that can pop off at any minute. And we've seen what the Dolphins have been over the last few weeks with their defense, top playing like a top 5 defense over the last 3 weeks. Jason, what do you think about this game on Friday? By the way, Tim Boyle yesterday being named as the starting quarterback for the New York Jets.
And even further, it looks like Mekhi Becton on the offensive line is going to be out as well. So this is, I actually went into, and I'll eat a little crow on this. I went into last week's matchup against the Raiders thinking that this was going to be the defensive kind of signature game, and it kind of was. It kind of was, but it wasn't all the way what it could be. Look, inches away from a defensive touchdown. If the ref didn't blow that whistle, remember, you play to the whistle. So I'm not faulting the Dolphins for deading out. The whistle was blown. So the fault on the second defensive kind of situation, that Aiden Connell passed backwards. So the Dolphins could have very easily had 2 defensive touchdowns last week. They did not. There ain't no excuse now on Friday. They're going up against Tim Boyle, who's owned as a starting quarterback. Off the top of my head, I believe he's 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a 50-somewhat quarterback passer rating, and he's 0-3. This was from the Lions. Yep. He's also had a couple of more picks getting thrown into the mix after injuries, what have you. So this is not a decent quarterback. This is an offensive line not whole. This is a team in flux. When I mean in flux, they might say, you know what, if we lose the rest of our games, it's more beneficial than winning 2 more. So this could be pull back the reins if you're the Jets. Look, what's the value? What are we rushing Aaron Rodgers back if they get 1 more, 2 more win? No, the season's over. Let's really face it.
You think the Jets are going to lay down?
I didn't say they're going to lay down, but there's no excuse for the Dolphins not to play up and destroy them. That's what I'm trying to say.
I've been saying this for weeks now, that I think this is going to be a massacre, this game.
It should be. And I did say, go ahead.
Jay, I don't think it's going to be a massacre. I don't think our offense has been clicking the last couple of weeks, honestly. In terms of like the blowouts that we see in Kansas City, we did, last week we put up 20 points. The defense has been holding it down, and that Jets defense, they come to play every week. If there's one part of that team that comes to play, is the defense. And imagine if they had a little bit more of a quarterback, consistent quarterback play back there, their record would be, I think, better than what it is. I have a question for you, Jason. Is Zach Wilson really that bad?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a defense like that,
no hesitation in that answer.
I really had to ask, because usually when you have a defense like that, you have the easiest job in the world. You get to what is it? You get to become that quarterback that they call where you just you manage the game. You become a game manager pretty much. You run the ball, and you should be okay with that defense. Why is he so inept from just doing that? And then you got people like Dobbs in Minnesota just going crazy. What is it between the ears? Is his confidence gone since Aaron Rodgers came? Since he didn't take accountability last year when he said it wasn't his fault? What is it with him that makes him so inept at being a quarterback in the NFL?
It's a phenomenal question, and if everyone knew that about every quarterback, they'd either be drafted high or not be drafted. You know what I mean? But every quarterback that plays Division I football has talent, right? Every quarterback that gets drafted has talent. But I can list off a laundry list of quarterbacks that didn't have it between the ears, that when they got there, they didn't have the next level. Let me give you a quick story that a lot of people probably know. When Peyton Manning got drafted, first thing he did was, where's the playbook? He studied. When Ryan Leaf got drafted, same class, first thing he did, hit Vegas. And that's it. And then I'm not saying Zach Wilson hits Vegas, but he didn't hit no playbook when he got drafted.
He hits other players' moms.
But I'm saying this year you got Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, obviously Aaron goes down. I'm not sure how much of a good coach or team player Aaron is in terms of coaching him up, but he says he is. But he seems to be worse and worse every week, man. I mean, obviously I don't care. Big Dolphin fan, and we hate the Jets, but for somebody in that position, because obviously I'm from New York, so I got a lot of family members in the group chat that's just so pissed off about the Jets and what's going on, that I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. It's just your quarterback position. I know the coach said there's other things, but I'm like, no, your defense is playing lights out. You have amazing running backs in your backfield. I really don't know how to assess the offensive line because I'm not a part of obviously the everyday talks, but it seems to be just Zach Wilson, and for us to be putting Boyle in there really is an indictment. His days in New York are over, right?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, and just to get back, and I'm from New York.
Hey, real quick, let me just say, Trevor Siemian was named as the backup. It's not even Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he's a third string. You're right.
We'll probably see multiple quarterbacks one way or the other because you got to send the dogs. You got to send the dog. He doesn't blitz that often, Vic Fangio, but he blitzes when he feels that the need is there. Now, if the Dolphins do happen to go up, even if they go up 14-3, 13-6, you're putting them in a position to throw, even if it's later in the game, ideally. Because I agree with you, it's a divisional road game. So yes, and the Jets defense, and yes, all those things say that it could be closer than what we want. Now, you could massacre a team by winning 20-9. By the way that I say that is the Dolphins could march down on the defense that is a top-tier unit, and they could get in 5 possessions in the red zone, maybe 3 field goals. That's 9 points. Okay? And then the Jets' offense is, let's say they're at best 9 points, right? You could score 1 offensive touchdown, and the defense can get a score. If this is how good the defense can play against a team like Tim Boyle-led Jets. So you're talking a defensive score, 1, an offensive score, 2, 14, and then you're at 20 with 2 field goals, and you're winning 20-9. And you're outgaining them 350 to 175. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting a massacre in not necessarily 42-6, but you got to beat this football team, and it could be a defensive way to do it.
I honestly think, I know they throw this out there, but this to me is the quintessential trap game.
Yeah, I hate that word. I hate that word.
I know you do. I know, but the reason why I said, hold on, let me. The reason
last week was the trap game.
No, I don't think last week was. No. Last week was on schedule, at home, comfortable environment, off a bye week, not a trap game. This week, short week, on the road, cold, Friday after Thanksgiving, got to travel, extra focus against a team that's pissed off probably, and Robert Saleh. And that defense is going to be hunting. I think we just need to be buttoned up in all phases. I For some reason, I feel special teams is going to be an impact this week on this game. I don't know what. We never speak about it, but I really feel if the Jets get one of them special teams, vibes, and we don't really fire up that offense, we could be in the fourth quarter being like, okay, boys, what are we doing? That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. Let me tell you why I don't agree with you, Genesis. All right. Okay. I understand that for the last few weeks, the Miami Dolphins offense has not been clicking on all cylinders. And I get that. I understand that. But here's the thing about the Miami Dolphins offense. At any point in time, a light switch can go on and we can see a 60-yard play down the field, a 45-yard play down the field. That light switch can literally last week, or excuse me, on Sunday, we could argue was one of the worst games offensively for the Dolphins this year, right? Like we could argue and say that. One of their worst games, they still had 422 yards of total offense. And Tua still was a highlighted player on Fox in the 4:00 game as one of the players who had a great day on Sunday. When we, who watch the game every week, know Tua didn't have that great of a game. He was in his press conference saying, I need to do better, and I definitely did not have a great day. So at any point in time, that light switch can be turned on. Now, as far as the other reason why I don't agree with you is because they have no offense whatsoever. None. Whatsoever. And so in order to win a game, you have to put up points. And being as Tua, for the first time in a long time, had 2 turnovers on himself, he rarely ever has more than 1 turnover. It's not going to happen.
Let's say real quick, Steve, it's hard to jump in. I got literally 13 more seconds. If the Dolphins get up 2 possessions, if it is literally 17-6 in the fourth quarter and you need them to throw with 8 minutes left, you're going to see 3 sacks in 2 series. Bare minimum. I mean, and it's bare minimum. So you are absolutely correct in that we should, in the back of our minds, maybe like 10% say, yep, this could be a fourth quarter. But I'm hoping that in the scope of it, they're pounding them, they're beating them, they beat them. But it could be one of those, the score should be a little bit more, because of the defense. I hate to do the hard out, guys. Genesis, what part of New York are you from?
Bronx.
Nice. I'm a Queens, and then I moved out to Long Island. We'll talk more. Steven, I love you. I'll call you later.
Love you too, buddy.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Appreciate you, Jay.
You got it, guys.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. The Awful Dodger says, DJ Genesis, thanks for trying to bring objectivity to a panel of blind homers. I ain't mad at that.
I gotta make sure to know because I'm like, there's a short week. I don't know who's gonna be having fun.
Look, all of your things are correct, right?
Mm.
Like I'm not saying that your thought process is wrong. I understand where you're coming from. I am telling you, though, that the Miami Dolphins the New York Jets are a bad football team.
They are.
They are. So look, last week I was very confident that Miami was going to put up 40 points. And they should have. By the way, there was enough play calling and missed opportunities that should have happened. All right. It wasn't that they didn't, even with them playing badly. The turnovers and, look, that game easily should have had 14 more points minimum, which would have put them at 30, 34, right? Or 35.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I could have easily seen another touchdown here or there had they had been on top of it, right? And so if they just get on top of it, they should have no problem putting up 30-plus points a game.
I hear you. I mean, we didn't play.
And I'm telling you right now, the Jets struggled to score more than a touchdown in a game. The Dolphins, even if they score 21 or 23 points or 24 points,
it's a W.
It's a W for them. And I don't see any world right now, even with a decent defense like the Jets have, where they're not putting up at least 21 points on Friday's game. And there's no way in the world I see the Jets putting up 21 points. So the Dolphins are going to win by pure factor that the Jets are a horrible football team. Now, I personally think this is a great game for the Dolphins to find their rhythm because the Jets have a good defense. And if they can find their rhythm against a good defense, who's going to say anything? Everybody should be. But the problem is the narrative Genesis is going to be, well, the Dolphins killed a bad football team. They should have done that.
No, but I think
the Jets have a good defense.
They have a great defense, and I think the problem that Miami, I would see, we getting away is when we cannot hit the big play. And I'm not saying that there's not chances that we don't try to hit Tyreek, and obviously one of those small plays turn into big plays. Somebody said that we will dominate the Jets 34-10. I really hope so. But for some reason, when we have to move methodically down the field, we either look good or we need that big play implement to be able to do it all the time. And most teams aren't great at just working down the field all game long. 80 yards is not going to work for any team. I don't care how explosive your offense is. So when we got to move methodic, and then that Jets defense doesn't give up a lot of big plays as well. So I'm just looking for. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's going to be that blowout. I think it's going to be a game that we win. That we have to win because my
goal offensively is 30 points.
And let's do this with the fans right here. I think what's the over under? You say 30. I'm going to go under. I'm going to pick the under on 30 points.
I'm taking the over of 30 points for the Dolphins on.
And I hope I'm dead wrong. Oh shoot! Drop my light. I hope I'm dead wrong, Steven, because it will make a statement about the Dolphins going to New York against that top team, a top tier defense, and putting up points. You know what I'm saying? It will really let the little brothers know that the big brothers are here for some big prizes. You know what I'm saying? It's big boy time. You know what I'm saying? We enter in December where winners win, and we'll see what we could do with that. But I still got my trap vibes. I know Jason hates it, but I still got my trap vibes for this weekend. Just in case we're not focused the way we need to be focused. That's all I'm saying.
Look,
I don't think we can go in there like half-assing it and still get a dominant W or a W. Like, yeah, we're good. Nah, I think we need to go in there, focus, get this W, and get a long weekend out of it as well.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. You can stay on for a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, I got about 20.
20?
That's cool.
All right. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to open up the lines. We're going to let people come on and talk to us, man.
Come on in, man. Of course.
It's a party. We're not doing Wildin' Out Wednesday tomorrow. So
so what's the schedule going to be like for the media channel since this week is a little,
Dude, look, I got people coming in tomorrow. So like I nothing for the rest of the week. Like okay. I'll have 20 people here. No way I can do a show.
I hear you. You should do. What if you did a live Thanksgiving show? That would be crazy.
Look at all 25 people at my house.
Bring your brother on. Let him show what you're cooking. That'd be kind of crazy.
Beans, greens, potatoes.
Hey, you name it.
I might have to make some videos and then put some IG. I'm gonna tag you in some stuff.
You got to, bro. You got to put the you name it behind it. You name that. Shirley Caesar goes hard, bro.
Hey, real quick, I just retweeted this while we're waiting for people to come on because I just dropped the link in the chat. On Friday's going to be a very interesting day if you're a sports fan. Okay, at noon, the University of Miami plays Boston College.
It's a full Friday, huh?
At 3, the Miami Dolphins play, and I believe at 7 o'clock the Miami Heat play.
And we throw the Florida Panthers in there. We play as well, but
on Thursday or on Friday.
On Friday, yeah, man.
Snap.
Friday, yeah.
The only because the Marlins don't play this late. That's the only reason.
All eligible teams that are able to play from South Florida are
playing on Black Friday.
Isn't that crazy?
So if you're a Florida fan, it's gonna be awesome.
You're locked in. You're gonna have all you got a UM, you gotta have the Dolphins cap, you got the Heat cap, you got the Panthers vibe, it's a full day.
Lewis or Von Joe to the panel, please. Lewis or Von Joe, bring your ass to the panel, please. Thank you. No, man, I'm excited about it. I think it'll be good.
I know you can't. When I was coming on, you were kind of speaking about it, but the Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks is tonight. I am super.
I'm locked in.
Super stoked for it.
I'm locked in, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, you know what I wanted to do? Let me do this while we're waiting for some people to come on. Okay. Because I thought this was cool, and I didn't get a chance to do this. So ESPN has what they call the playoff machine.
All right.
And so right now, this is the current seeding. Miami's projected as the 4th seed. So let's real quickly, you and I go through some stuff. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
All right. So we'll start at week 12. We're going to do important games only in the AFC. Okay. Dolphins, Jets, Friday. Who do you have?
Of course, I got the Dolphins.
All day.
Tough one. We got the Dolphins.
Steelers, Bengals.
Steelers. Joe is messed up.
By the way, when we win on Sunday, we will temporarily be the number 1 seed. Temporarily. Till Sunday, which I'm excited about.
Sunday, right?
Okay. So Steelers, Bengals.
I'm gonna go Steelers.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Oh, I like the Bengals though.
Even with Joe out for the season?
You know what? You're right. All right, we'll go Steelers. Jacksonville, Houston.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Don't lie.
I'm rolling with Stroud.
Maybe the best matchup on Sunday.
Probably, yeah. That I'm gonna go CJ, man.
Me too. I'm taking them. Let's see here.
I see. Is that an important game? And I don't think the Browns Broncos is how important.
Let's go Cleveland, Denver.
Cleveland, Denver. I'm gonna roll with Denver. Cleveland's offense looks inept with that. I mean, I know they won.
They're on like a 4-game win streak right now.
Yeah, but they won 13-10 with the backup quarterback.
I mean, no. Denver's on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah,
right now.
Cleveland won last.
They're gonna win 5.
Yeah, I think Russ is cooking.
Okay,
we'll keep him cooking.
Kansas City, Vegas.
We're gonna go with KC, of course.
Buffalo, Philly. We're going with Philly.
We're going with Philly.
Sunday night game, Baltimore Chargers.
Ooh, we're gonna go with Baltimore winning another close game against the Chargers. Chargers can't seem to either win by more than 10 or lose by more than 10. Everything is 3 points or a possession.
I got to be perfectly honest with you. I'm straight going for the Chargers here, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if the Chargers are going to be able to win.
You going for the Chargers?
Yeah, if the Chargers win,
we want the Chargers to win.
We want the Chargers to win, but we're going off of what we think here. All right, week 13. You ready? Because I think that pretty much. Did I miss anything here? Do we think the Titans are going to beat the Panthers?
Yes.
And
in the what you call that?
And the Colts, I guess, are kind of still in it. Colts, Buccaneers.
Is that the toilet bowl game of the week? The Titans versus Carolina?
Yeah, that might be. Colts, Buccaneers. Who do you have? Colts, Buccaneers.
I actually like the Colts, man. The Colts, the defense is good, and it seems like the running back is starting to take stride. So
okay, all right. I don't think I'm missing anything here.
That's all
right, let's go to week 13. Week 13, Chargers, Patriots in New England.
Christ, Patriots are so bad, yo. Let's go with the Chargers. They're gonna want to bounce.
Arizona
back.
Cardinals, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm gonna go with AZ for that one. Weird enough.
Colts, Titans.
Didn't they just play last week? No, I'm joking. No, that was the other bowl. Let's go Colts.
All right, let's go to Jets, Falcons.
At home, I'm actually gonna pick the Jets for that one.
I think that'll be their first game they get in a while. I think it's possible they could get that.
Possible.
Dolphins, Commanders, Dolphins.
We're gonna go Fins with that one.
Broncos, Texans.
Ooh, that's gonna be another good one, man.
I know.
Yo, CJ Stroud is gonna have he got to play Jacksonville and then the Broncos. Ah, man, at home, I'm gonna go with Russ. I'm gonna go with Russ on the road. I know CJ's catching, but I think defense is gonna figure him out.
Dude, I would love. You know what? I disagree. I think it's going to be. There's no way Denver wins 6 straight games. I mean, no way that happens.
Right? He cooking.
No way that happens. CJ Stroud at home. I'm taking CJ Stroud at home.
It's Thanksgiving time, so Russ cooking. You know.
All right, San Fran, Philadelphia. No, we're not worried about that. Cleveland, LA.
I'm going LA, man. I think Cleveland's defense is good, but the offense is
Kansas City, Green Bay.
Ooh, at Lambeau.
Yep, Sunday night. I think Green Bay is going to pull out the victory here because Kansas City has not been playing well on offense.
For some reason, they keep winning. It's one of those championship pedigree teams.
They didn't win last night.
I mean, they win last night, but obviously because number 11 wanted to drop the ball, I'm not going to even call his name. You don't do that with under 2 minutes to go. You just don't do that, But it is what it is. Yeah. So let's you want to pick Green Bay?
I want to pick Green Bay. You are. I'll let you pick Green Bay or Kansas City.
I'm gonna go KC actually. Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go KC.
All right. Cincinnati, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. I think Cincinnati is gonna have a tough run for the rest of the season.
Okay. All right. So right now, the way it's set up is if all these games go after week 13, we'll be sitting at the 2 seed, tied with Kansas City, and we'll have the tiebreaker over Baltimore. And Houston right now would be sitting at the 4 seed.
When do we put Baltimore?
Week 17, we played.
We're
gonna get to it. All right. Patriots, Steelers.
Patriots, Steelers. Let's go with the Steel Town. They're gonna
Colts, Bengals.
Let's go with the Colts.
Jaguars, Browns.
These two again. My goodness. Jags should be able to pull that out. I know that the Browns defense is hot, but that offense is inept right now. So I'm gonna go Jags.
So, Jags.
Mm-hmm.
Houston Texans at LA Rams at Baltimore.
Raiders. Bills, Chiefs. Woo!
Yeah, who you got? Bills, Chiefs.
KC, of course.
Denver, Chargers.
Let's go Chargers on that one because I think the Denver's gonna win the first one, and then
Monday Night Football, Tennessee versus Miami.
MIA, yo, of course. Still at second. That's fine.
All right, week 15, Chargers, Raiders.
Ooh. We're gonna go with the Raiders. On the division
by the way, did we pick, by the way, go the week before Raiders.
Vikings. I'm gonna go Vikings on that one.
Yeah, me too. All right, we're going back to week 15. All right, Vikings, Bengals.
Vikings.
Oh, yeah, me too. I think Vikings win there. Bears, Browns.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Chicago versus Cleveland.
It's weird. I'm actually picked the Browns for that game.
Denver, Detroit.
Detroit, boy.
Detroit all day. Yeah.
Rolling with the Motor City.
Pittsburgh, Indy.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Pittsburgh, Indy, man. That's at home. Steel City play. I think the Steelers gonna win that one, but it's gonna be ugly.
Hey, somebody wants to jump in on this. I'm gonna let him. He's a good friend of the show. He co-hosts Mondays with me usually. Lewis, what's up, Lewis?
What's good, Steven? DJ Genesis, what's good?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, Lewis? Can't complain.
Just Lewis, you gotta get on. You gotta get on camera, man. You can't just be off camera. You gotta see your ugly face.
Hey, man. Come on, we already taking shots, Steven. That's what we're doing.
Nah, look, my boy Lewis get the shorties. He get the shorties. You know what I mean? He get the vibe.
You already know. DJ, talk to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Lewis, tell DJ Genesis where you work. Give them a free advertising.
Oh man, here at True Leaf, it's a medical marijuana dispensary.
I need to talk to you.
I knew that's why I said it. I was
like, absolutely.
I knew that's why I said it. I was like, I need y'all two to get in contact with each other. Y'all
gonna we need to work. We need to figure this out.
Yeah. We'll link up.
Put some events together in Southwest.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Lewis, hit him up on Instagram, and then you guys can wrap up there.
Appreciate that, Steve.
I got you.
Hey, just remember who brings people to you, Genesis, okay? I expect the same in return, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Jets, Dolphins.
I'm going to let Lewis jump in.
Dolphins.
Okay. Texans, Titans.
I got to roll with the Texans on that one.
Where's it at?
Tennessee.
I'm going to go Houston. I'm going to ride with DJ Genesis. I got the Texans.
Yeah. We got Cowboys.
Baltimore, Jacksonville.
On the road. This is in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville pulls it out because they always have Baltimore's number for some reason. I'm going Jacksonville. And then Kansas City, New England on Monday Night Football that I believe will end up getting flexed out of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football the next 6 weeks, I think, can be flexed. 5 weeks.
Out.
All those Monday night games can get flexed out.
Good, because sometimes they be having some terrible matchups
I know.
on Monday night. Like, what the
trying
hell is going on, bro?
It's going to work. I'm going with Kansas City there.
KC, yeah, we're going.
And by the way,
Crazy.
Super 90s Super Bowl rematch, Dallas versus Buffalo in Buffalo. Who do y'all got?
Give me them boys.
You roll with the boys, all right.
No.
Give me them boys.
I think Buffalo might be on a fringe fighting for some life, so they might be able to take that from the boys, but we'll see.
All right, so real quick, I do want to get y'all's take because y'all didn't say Baltimore or Jacksonville in that Sunday night game.
Shoot, I'm gonna let Lewis take this one.
Man, at home, listen, my partner is a big Jag fan. He's from Duval, so we're gonna go Duval, man. We're gonna take them Jags. Sunday night.
Okay.
Week 16, Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. I'm going with Steel City. I'm telling you, without Joe Burrow, man, I don't really know what the Baltimore is going to do. You know?
Buffalo versus Chargers in LA.
I'm taking the Chargers.
All right, Lewis.
I'm gonna go Bills.
You're gonna go Bills. All right, then I'm the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna go Bills.
There's no way Buffalo's going to the West Coast and winning the way they're playing right now. So I'm going LA.
Okay.
I'm taking that there. Cleveland, Houston in Houston.
It seems like they play each other every week.
I know, it seems like it.
I'm going with CJ again, man. I'll tell you, the Browns, Deshaun Watson is in there. Offense is going to be all over the place for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to go avoid CJ, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with CJ as well. I think Joe Flacco coming in. They just signed him to the practice squad in Houston. I don't think that's gonna work. I got CJ.
All right, let's go. Washington Commanders at New York Jets.
The Commanders are gonna win in New York. That defensive line is just gonna
Seattle at Tennessee.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Indy at Atlanta.
Ooh.
I know, right?
They both win. That game ends in a tie. They both win.
All right, there we go. Hey, you called it. There we go. I can pick tie. All right, Jacksonville versus Tampa. And Tampa.
Jayville.
Duval County.
I think they fans travel.
Christmas Eve, Dallas at Miami.
Woo! They call this the Fraud Bowl earlier, Lewis.
I heard, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm gonna roll with the boys at home. Yeah, I think that. No. I mean, our boys.
Okay, I was like, what? I was like, hold up.
It's kind of the wrong time to use.
Lewis, what do you think, Lewis? Cowboys at Miami.
Man, we can't have another collapse at home like we did last year against Green Bay. I got them 305 boys, man. I got us Dolphins winning that one.
New England versus Denver.
In Denver, I'm going with Denver.
Vegas versus Kansas City in Kansas City.
KC.
I think this. I will choose KC, but I want to state for the record that I think this will be an upset.
All right.
I'm not going to pick it in the generator here, but I do think that's going to be an upset. And then Monday night game, Baltimore at San Francisco.
Ooh. I just want to watch that.
I'm going San Fran.
You going San Fran at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers as well.
I might take Baltimore.
By the way, if that happens, Pittsburgh will be the division leader at that moment then. Which will be crazy.
I think Baltimore really gonna go to San Fran and probably show them boys why they at the top right now, man. Baltimore is playing some good football. And they're healthy. I mean, I know Mark Andrews may be out, which could be big, but
he's out for the year.
They've been potentially been healthy all year, and until Mark Andrews. But
here we go. Jets Browns week 17. Jets Browns.
We're going Browns at home. Taking the Browns at home.
Yep.
Miami at Baltimore.
I think Baltimore got that one, man. I can't say that we can beat a good team on the road until we do it.
Unbiased, so I'm gonna pick Baltimore. I think they're gonna want revenge against us. I'm gonna reserve my real pick till as we get closer to the game.
That's fair.
See how those teams are. But for the sake of everything, Baltimore's the higher seed than us right now. They're gonna want revenge against the comeback that we had against them last year. It's New Year's Eve. I think it'll probably be Baltimore, but we'll see. But we'll pick Baltimore for the sake of this here. New England at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Raiders at Colts.
I'm rolling
Raiders.
with the Colts. Oh, okay. You said the Raiders?
All right, then I'm the tiebreaker.
I like the Colts at home for some reason.
I'm going to pick the Raiders.
Ooh.
Carolina at Jacksonville. Jacksonville.
Score.
Tennessee at Houston.
Houston.
Pittsburgh at Seattle.
I think every matchup the Steelers are gonna be in is gonna be so ugly. It gives them a chance to win. Like they win. They are the ugliest winning team, yo. Like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Cincinnati at Kansas City.
KC.
Yep.
No Burrow.
KC's got a freaking cake schedule the rest of the year, man.
Yeah, and all the good people that are supposed to play are hurt. So.
Chargers at Broncos.
I'm rolling with the Cook.
All right, there we go. All right, so going into week 18, Kansas City will be 13-3, and I'm pretty sure they will have the first bye locked up. If Miami does win, they will be tied. Okay. But we're gonna say that Miami. Let's say for the sake of everything, Miami goes undefeated, just because it's no fun to do it that way. And then we go into week 18, and week 18, we're gonna start with Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
It's gonna be ugly. Yeah, Baltimore should get that W.
Cleveland at Cincy.
Oh shit! Cincinnati. They're both going. That's going to be the toilet bowl game as well. But it's going to be intriguing.
Houston at Indy.
Houston.
Yeah.
Kansas City at Chargers.
Ooh.
Chargers are going to upset them.
Are the Chargers in the playoffs at this point? Are they? What?
Chargers. It doesn't matter. Houston. Or excuse me, the Chargers.
Chargers would not be in the playoffs.
They will not be, but I think they're going to want to play the role of spoiler at home.
I'm gonna pick KC.
Let's go.
And at this point, KC is the number 1 seed.
Not official. If the Dolphins, I'll tell you, if the Dolphins lose against Baltimore, then holy crap. Hold on. All right, let's play this out. Let's say Baltimore beats Miami. We go into week 18, right? Baltimore beats Pittsburgh. Kansas City ends up losing to the Chargers. Denver versus Vegas.
Denver.
All right. Buffalo versus at Miami. We're taking Miami there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So there's 3 teams that finished 13-4, but it looks like we would be the 3 seed, but
that's because we got Houston balling out of control.
yeah, exactly.
We got Houston balling out of control right now, and it's a possibility. They look good, man.
They do look good. They look real good,
man. So I wouldn't be mad at.
Put it this way: if Miami wins out, they will be the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
as long as Kansas City loses one more game. As long as Kansas City loses one more game and Miami wins out, they will be the number 1 seed.
How many weeks we got left? About 6, 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 weeks to go 7-0. Whew.
Yeesh, that's tough.
I mean, it's tough. I expect us, if you just say because of life and stuff, if we go 5-2, I would respect that. Would you guys?
Absolutely. I would agree. As of now, though, where we stand today, KC is still the number 1 seed. I thought it was Baltimore for some reason.
So clear.
Baltimore
is currently the number 1 seed.
Right.
And we are sitting.
Baltimore
at
is
4.
currently the number 1 seed.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Steven.
Fighting.
Just right there, I would love that matchup in the first round of the playoffs at home against Cleveland. Sign me up all day wild card weekend at the Rock against Cleveland with no quarterback. Man, please. Sign me up.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't mind being the number 2 seed against Pittsburgh either.
Absolutely. Right.
Pittsburgh plays so ugly, bro. You just don't know. And they coach so well, man. You just never know what can happen in the playoff game, man. But it is what it is. I just like the way that everything is lining up, that there's a lot of good teams and good football being played. Even though Tom Brady said there's a lot of mediocrity in the NFL right now, but
NFL New York Times playoffs picture. All right, so right now, all right, it is all right, here we go. All right, you see this? Right now, the Dolphins are currently 7-3. They have a 98% chance of making the playoffs. They have a 92% chance of winning the division. They have a 25% chance of getting a first round bye and a 14% chance of winning the Super Bowl. There is no team except for actually, we have a better percentage of winning the Super Bowl than the Chiefs do right now in the AFC. According to New York Times, the Dolphins currently have the best chance of winning the Super Bowl in the AFC. Because the Chiefs are at 12%. And the Dolphins are at 14%.
I'm sure if I check some other publication, they'll have something else to say. But we're going to roll with the NY.
We're going to roll with what the New York Times says. I like the fact that we have a 98%. Like, I honestly think we clinch a playoff spot if we win the next 2 games.
Yeah, I don't think we worry about them little small fries as a fan base.
I think we clinched a playoff spot in 2 games. I think the next 2 games we officially clinch.
I do understand the last 20
3 games. It might be 3. Once we get to who's in last place right now, or that last spot. Patriots, no, the last playoff spot.
Oh, the last playoff spot. I believe that 7th seed was going to the Bengals right now. Right now, I think the Bengals were in that spot. I'm not
and
sure.
The Bengals are currently
on the downside because, shout out to Lewis. I know Lewis had to ride, but big shout out to you, Lou, for pulling up on us. You know what I mean? Appreciate that.
He said he had to go?
I mean, or the connection got bad. I was just showing him love.
All right, so Pittsburgh currently is in the 7th seed.
Pittsburgh is 7. Okay. That's a dangerous 7 seed. That's a dangerous 7 seeder. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So 6-4. And Miami currently has 7. So I don't know. I feel like if we win the next 2 or 3, we'll be clinched, but I guess it all depends on what these other teams
do. Exactly. So I think we just gotta keep. That's why you can't go into New York.
Because in theory, the team in 12th place, the Las Vegas Raiders, are only 2 games behind us in the 4th seed, and we're a half a game out of first.
And I think so
there's
a whole lot of football
to be played. There is 2.5 games from first place to 13th place in the AFC. Difference.
So that's going to be a lot of turnaround in the next couple of weeks, man. I think December football is probably going to be
12th place.
December football is going to probably be some of the most exciting football we probably see in a while because all these teams are
3 games. Excuse me, 3. I'm doing that new math.
We don't have a clear favorite in terms of who's just busting tail out here, clearly above it, head and shoulders above everybody. We don't have that. So the parity this year is exciting. It's exciting to see. So I know some of the regulars like Kansas City. They holding on.
Buffalo loses to Kansas City and Philly. Miami wins the division, Steven, in 3 weeks. Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. I'm about that life.
All the way live, man. But the Dolphins are playing well. We just got to make sure we have the confidence that we will play these big teams. We haven't gotten to play one of these teams at home yet. I've noticed that as well, Steven. We haven't every big game so far. Would they have
been different had we got to play at home?
I agree. I totally think so, for sure.
I don't know if we've had that.
If we had Kansas City at home instead of in Germany, I think the Tides. I cannot say that it would not be a factor.
That's interesting.
That's the only reason I show us some love sometimes when it comes to this narrative that McDaniels has out there. That's until we change the narrative, it will be the narrative. I understand that, but I also think the NFL also has a legacy ladder that people have to. So it's going to be hard for Mike McDaniels just coming in, even though his team is good, to go on the road and beat Kansas City in Germany or the Bills in New York and so on and so forth yet. I think he has to show a little bit more and improve before we get those. Like you said, like when we went to Philly, 10 penalties on us, none on them.
Yeah,
that's a legacy game to me. Like you're not here yet. Sirianni, he's been here, he's been around, he won a Super Bowl. We've been balling the last couple of years. Can't let you come into this man's house and just throw it all over the place.
Before we get out of here, I want to share with you. Tom Brady was on Stephen A. Smith's show.
He was.
This is a little excerpt from the show, and I want to get your thoughts on it, of what you think.
I think there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL. Yeah. I don't see the excellence that I saw in the past.
Why not?
Why not? I think the coaching isn't as good as it was. I don't think the development of young players is as good as it was. The rules have allowed a lot of bad habits to get into the actual performance of the game. Mm-hmm. So I just think the product, in my opinion, is less than what it's been. I look at a lot of players like Ray Lewis and Rodney Harrison and Ronnie Lott and guys that impacted the game in a certain way. And every hit they would have made would have been a penalty. You hear coaches complaining about their own player being tackled and not necessarily, why don't they talk to their player about how to protect himself? We used to work on the fundamentals of those things all the time. Now they're trying to be regulated all the time. Offensive players need to protect themselves. It's not up to the defensive player to protect the offensive player. A defensive player needs to protect himself. I didn't throw the ball to certain areas because I was afraid players were going to get knocked out. Mm-hmm. That's the reality. Wow. I didn't throw it to the middle when I played Ray Lewis because you knock him out of the game, and I couldn't afford to lose a good player. I think there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL.
What do you think of Tom Brady's words in that excerpt? What are your thoughts about that?
Because when he says mediocrity in the NFL, and he went at the coaches and players not taking the discipline in terms of like the greatness of the game to the next level. He also did mention in terms of the rules changing the game so that players, like you say, fall into a trap because of the rules. And that happens in any league. One thing I can say about the rules before I get back to the rest of his comment was that when players can't hit in certain ways, they can't tackle in certain ways, they can't show a certain level of domination in a dominating game in certain ways because you'll get flagged or you'll get kicked out the game, you're 15 yards. I do think defenders actually are a little softer when it comes to hitting players and hitting quarterbacks and so on, because that fine is coming. You know what I'm saying? It will come. Even if it's a legal play, sometimes you'll get a fine in the mail for going low on a quarterback, even though it wasn't called in the game, and so on and so forth. I do think a lot of it is ticky-tack in terms of like the player safety, because that was such a big deal for the NFL in terms of obviously the CTE and all these particular things. But in terms of the micro aggressions that he's talking about in terms of coaches and wanting to, flag the defense instead of coaching your players up, I ain't gonna lie to you. You probably can speak to that a little bit more. I don't know how that's happening. I got to take Tommy's word for it, of course, in terms of coaches not being the same. But do the rules regulate the coaches, and now the coaches have to now fall into the players? I don't know where it starts, where the trickle down and where it trickles down to. So I got to be honest about that.
Here's my thought of it. Tom Brady invented rules because of how he played and because of how he did, right?
Tuck
There are
rule?
Tom Brady rules, right? You can't hit quarterbacks a certain way because of the NFL protecting a player like Tom Brady. All right. And
I hear that.
that's easy for him to say. I think that when Tom Brady first came into the game to when he left the game last year, there's a night and day difference on how penalties are called, how the game plan is done. Hell, even how practices and training camp is done is night and day difference. The things that Tom Brady coaches could do to players in training camp when Tom Brady first came into the league, there's no way in hell that they could be done now. Like it just couldn't because of NFLPA, Player Association and NFL agreements and stuff like that. Referees are also a huge problem of this. We live in a world that is a lot more gambling centric. So, I feel like the refs have a lot more scrutiny than sway in a game 100%. And then the rules themselves also go to what the referees are talking about, right? There was a game last year where Christian Wilkins, I think, sacked the quarterback, and there was a roughing the passer, and you could clearly see that he took his helmet to the side, he wrapped up exactly how they would teach you in football to do a tackle. It was but because he drove him into the ground, which is what they used to teach you, it was a penalty.
And I gotta shout out the defensive players, especially those like linemen and linebackers that's coming full speed at the quarterback, and right, the quarterback gets it off, and you used to be able to hit them or push them or actually tackle them into the ground even if they got the ball off. But these guys are coming up and at full speed, able to just kind of hug the quarterback and come off. That's a hell of another skill. I saw Zach Siegler do it last week against O'Donnell, where O'Donnell barely got the ball off Zach. It looks like Zach is about to just bear hug this dude and just take him to the ground. And Zach just does one of these tap outs, and he kind of comes off. And I thought that was pretty impressive for a 300-pound dude coming at you full speed to be able to kind of come off of that tackle, all because of the rules. And these guys can't hit these guys ever. You don't know what's going to be a high hit, a low hit, too hard of a hit. You just don't know on any given play. And I think these guys are doing an immensely job of trying to, stay in the game by not having these hits. But I remember when those hits used to affect the quarterback going into the game and throughout the game, and you used to think twice about, certain play calls because you knew Zach was going to come up and knock me out.
Yep.
I don't think quarterbacks have to think about that particular level of physicality anymore as much as they did when you said, when Tom started playing football.
100%. All right. If you guys agree or disagree with Tom Brady's comment on the Stephen A. Smith show, after this video is over, if you're rewatching this, put it in the comments section below so that way we can interact with you in the comments section, not in the chat. If you're watching us live in the chat right now, I want you to go put it in the comments section, and Genesis and I will touch back over the next couple of days and see if you agree and disagree and kind of interact with you in the comments section. Genesis, man, what do you got coming up this week, baby? What are you doing?
Woo! We are full-fledged for Thanksgiving week. We are going to be in the Emirates Bank Arena all week. Well, obviously, with yesterday, tomorrow, and Friday. Actually, I have a gig Thanksgiving night. That's pretty cool. We ain't celebrating a birthday up in Davie.
Okay.
So after I eat with my family, I'm going to go up and turn up for some other family.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler,
baby. No day stop. Friday, I'm gonna have some family in town, so we're gonna go ahead and enjoy that. Obviously, and then Saturday is my birthday party. So I'm
that you are thankful for.
I am thankful, not there yet, but I'm thankful for 40 years of life. I'm not gonna lie. Just on a real note, last couple years, from probably 37 to now, it's been a lot of, not a lot, but more death than I've been able to comprehend, whether it's my father, my aunt, some good friends that I grew up with. And it just seems to be weird that I've never dealt with that before. And in the last couple of years, it seems to be on my door. Be scared, anybody, no, I'd be nervous, but life, And so I just want to be very thankful that I'm here. I'm able to spend, a Tuesday on Clock Blockers, Miami Sports Music. I'm able to integrate into Miami sports entertainment, not just with the Panthers, but with the Dolphins and the Heat. Yep. And everybody else that's a part of it, man. We're a big one big family here in Southwest, South Florida. I just want to say thankful to all those people that welcomed me last year, and also and continue to support me, like yourself, Steven, bringing me on this podcast, and Solo D, and all the family. I really appreciate you guys.
The first time we met was at the NHL Finals.
Yeah, and
we hit it off
like this.
Like it was like we had been friends for years. That's how I felt.
Do you remember when the security was like, I was like, nah, he's with me, bro.
He's with me. This guy's with me. He's good.
Like, he's good, He's good. He's with me. Stanley Cup Finals at that.
I know. Game 4.
Yeah, they get really
But we clicked. We worked well, and I can't wait to do more stuff with you. Look, for me, there's a few things I'm thankful for. Number one, first and foremost, is my family, right? Being able to be with my wife and my children, and the family that we have here is going to be pretty exciting. I'm pretty stoked about it.
25 plus. I can't wait to see the pictures.
My dream was to have a big, as a kid, I always wanted big Thanksgivings. Always did. One of my favorite movies around the holidays is This Christmas.
Okay.
The one with Chris Brown, and Idris Elba. Mekhi Phifer's in it. Regina King is in it. And there's a saying in that movie. It's I want every Christmas to always be like this Christmas. All right. They say that at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want this Thanksgiving to be. Like, I want every Thanksgiving to be like this Thanksgiving.
Full of love, full of people, full of food.
That's what I'm about, man.
That's what's up.
Number 2 thing I'm grateful of is the listeners, right? The people that support the show and have been supporting the show since day one. Mm-hmm. And even the people that found me after day one, right? It's been a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. And then the last thing is the people that I get to work with in this business, right? You, Solo D, Cameron 954 from East 32, getting to know people like DJ Breezy 2 Fly and DJ Sick Turtle, and by the way, we're gonna have a DJ show one of these days where it's just gonna be nothing with DJs. DJ Genesis, DJ 2 Breezy, or Breezy 2 Fly, DJ Tropic 2.0, and DJ Sick Turtle. We're gonna bring
I'm gonna bring on my man DJ Joe Green from Vegas. So we connected. So he DJs for the Golden Knights. He just finished doing some F1 stuff. He also DJs for the Aces. He's just ringed up. He just ringed up right now. So I think it'd be kind of cool to get him on, so you can get another another objective mind from another DJ from another part. And we could actually talk to him about winning the Stanley Cup. I know that's how much love we got in the sport. I could talk about getting there. He could talk about how it feels
about the winning. Look, I think the thing for me is the people you get to work with when you're trying to do stuff like this means the world, right? Ryan Keeling is one of my best friends in the world. He lives in West Virginia. He's been helping me put these tailgates together. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be where I'm at without him. Jason Sarney, another guy. Jason is an unbelievable person and understands the business and gets it. And then getting to know other people that do the same thing that you do, right? Like Dolphins Talk with Mike Ovila and Big E, the Fins Tailgate crew, TD Fins Talk, Dudley Do Wrong. There's a lot of Miss Fins, 305 Sports Babe, all these people that do shows. Has just been a beautiful and wonderful thing. And so I'm thankful for family, friends, the professionalism of the people I've gotten to work with, and the listeners of the show. That's what I'm thankful for, man. That's what I am most definitely thankful for.
I think you checked all the boxes.
I did. All right, man. I hope you all are listening. Have a great Thanksgiving. If you like today's show, please donate to the channel, help the channel grow. We'll be back next Monday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your family. Don't do nothing we wouldn't do unless that's watching football, eating food, and hanging out with family. Until the next time, peace.
We out. Peace.
To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to